And welcome back to Daily Wrap. Well, some of the GOP's more outspoken presidential candidates have been voicing their disappointment with the Supreme Court's ruling last week that legalized same-sex marriage. Texas Senator Ted Cruz called the rulings, quote, some of the darkest 24 hours in our nation's history. Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal says the Supreme Court's decision will, and we quote, pave the way for an all-out assault against the religious freedoms of Christians. Marriage between a man and a woman was established by God, and no earthly court can alter that. And former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee agrees with Governor Jindal, calling the ruling unconstitutional and saying that, and we quote, the Supreme Court has spoken with a very divided voice on something only the Supreme Being can do, redefine marriage. We must resist and reject judicial tyranny, he said that a lot, not retreat. That's from Huckabee. But are their views in line with Republican voters? A new poll conducted by the American Unity Fund and Project Right Side finds that 57% of registered voters favor same-sex marriage. 39% of Republicans are also in favor of same-sex marriage, and 61% of Republican millennials, those between the ages of 18 and 34, support same-sex marriage. We know the GOP has had a hard time with the youth vote lately. Should the candidates be paying more attention to what millennials are saying, or is it, well, screw it, they don't go to the polls and we really have to worry about that, Rick?
You know what? I'm going to break out my time machine so I can take Ted Cruz on a little ride through American history.
1.21 gigawatts?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like him to visit some of the darkest hours of the American Revolution, which he apparently never heard of. I'd like him to be there for some of the most brutal, horrible battles in the American Civil War, which he apparently never heard of. I am sick and tired of him doing this and telling people what they want to hear and just completely misrepresenting everything. The man wants to be president of the United States. He doesn't deserve to have a seat in any post in our government. I truly believe that. As for Mike Huckabee, you know, what can I say? You know, if you want to go out there and preach insurrection against the United States Supreme Court, knock yourself out, man. You don't know the country you're living in. Even people who agree with your point of view in this nation will not take that attitude. They believe in the country that you don't. They do see the distinction between laws created by God and laws created by man, and why there's a difference. You guys are way on the wrong track, and that's why neither of these two men have any chance of getting anywhere near the White House.
Let me just speak to our executive producer, Chad Wilkinson. Chad, please, for the love of God, get Ted Cruz in here as a guest. I got to see Unger Cruz. It would be better than Sanders and Trump. I'm telling you, be good stuff. Brad, we had a Guy Benson on a night where you weren't here. He's a 30-year-old Republican, obviously a millennial, and he's also gay. And he came out recently. And I asked him, can you be pro-gay marriage and still win the Republican nomination? And he said, absolutely. Do you believe that?
I hope so. Otherwise, the future of the Republican Party in this country is very much in doubt. And the elders of this party better appreciate that. This has nothing to do with violating conservative principles. This doesn't even have anything to do with violating the principle of opposition to gay marriage on religious grounds. This has to do, and when Rick's right, he's completely right, this has to do with wanting to lead the United States of America, not the divided or polarized states of America, no matter how convenient that is for some of these characters. What young Republicans understand is that religious freedom, including those who oppose gay marriage, has nothing to do with limiting the authentic rights of other Americans. They have figured this out. Their elders have not. It's why the majority of millennial evangelical Christians support gay marriage. I want to be clear. They do not support holy matrimony in a same-sex relationship. They support, because they love this country and they love our freedoms, the right of people to exercise that choice in their own lives. That's what religious freedom is about. These guys are so wrong about this, they're not even wrong.
Give me the short answer on this, because I honestly don't know.
Apparently neither of us can do short answers.
Yeah.
So you're proceeding.
Well, the emotion of this one is very serious, and I don't
It
apologize for it.
No, I'm not saying your answer
no,
was eloquent.
I know.
I'm asking you a question.
I'm just feeling long-winded and apologizing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, not a problem. All right, so the question is, what is the Temple's official position on gay marriage? Not yours, the Temple's.
Well, there is no the temple, if you mean the Jewish community.
That's what I mean.
So
I don't know.
No, there are every view, like in the Christian community, in the Jewish community, and in the political community, from conservatives to progressives. There's every view out there. What I know better animate all of them is the ability to take a principled position for your own life and not demand that everyone else take the same one in order to be part of our culture, our community, or our nation.
You know, my position is, Mary, because I go conservative on some views, but on this one, I'm apathetic.
Live and let live.
It's like, I don't care. If two people are happy, go nuts. But I don't want to hear about it. Don't invite me to your wedding. And I mean that to heterosexuals and homosexuals, because that chicken dance and the Macarena.
Not for you, huh?
Right, they're all the same,
You don't know
man.
how to have fun.
No, well, I know repetition. Trust me, when you get to my
That's
age,
tradition and ritual, man.
you go through a phase when between like 30 and 40, you go to like 100 weddings.
Weddings are fun.
Well, not anymore, man. They have Friday
I know,
night
they
weddings,
just-
which are
yeah.
exhausting, and Sunday afternoons, which are boring.
And now
so
you got to travel
Means you're
places.
getting
yeah, and you
old.
got to
Be
travel
careful.
places, thousands of dollars.
Thousands
so
of miles.
That's-
thousands
there's
of
my
dollars.
view. Anyway, we want to know your views, but first, let's go to potluck. Don't go anywhere.